We have to talk about that. Welcome back to the Bar Talk Podcast.
Sorry. I just got a text from my chef, and it was just perfect timing. It was something about I just wanted to call and talk about the prep girl that is a real pain in the ass. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm like, perfect. That was perfect timing.
And that voice is Jess Hamill, General Manager. General Manager, who's going to be talking about prep cooks today.
Yeah, apparently.
And our other host, Dan Mahoney, who is currently in the restaurant General Manager Protection Program.
Yeah.
Is that what I said earlier? I forgot.
Something like that. Yeah.
He works in Boston.
I'm a mystery.
He's now employed again.
Yep.
But we're going to keep it a secret. We figured it's the best way to,
Yeah.
He's in training, so
Yeah, he's
we
in
don't
training.
want them to be, right off the bat.
We don't want them to really find out who Dan is.
Yep.
He's got a 90-gig.
Let them learn it their own way.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is, I used to always be like, I can't believe, this is going way back in the day, that Jordan and Carl don't let their employees know that they have a podcast. And then after a while, I'm like, oh, no, it makes perfect sense. You know, I'd be like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I tell some of my staff that I have a podcast, but I tell the right people.
yeah.
I don't
You don't tell
offer it out. I don't put the QR code up in my wait station to make them sign up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I should have for the bartending competition. That would have been great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should have definitely had that. I could have done that.
I know.
I
good.
didn't think of that.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, guys.
Yeah.
It's all right. Next year.
But, yeah, we're going to talk about the Bartender Championship, how it's good for your community of hospitality people. It's not, suppose you could work a, community fundraiser angle into it, but kind of those things you do to build camaraderie, team building. I hate that term, but that kind of shit.
Gay. Don't say that again.
It's not my term. I didn't make it up.
Yeah, but don't say it.
All right. Meme building.
Meme building?
Yeah, kind of. I'm sure some of those people are going to be memes by the end of the night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've done that. We've done the arm wrestling competition.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when I first started hanging around Plymouth, they used to do Bartender Olympics at Fridays. So it's just kind of a great way to bond with other service industry people. And how'd you come up with it? I mean, this is year 4. This is kind of your baby.
Yeah. It is. It really is. And I feel like this year I was way more nervous than in previous years.
Because it's a nicer establishment?
I don't know.
It wasn't your establishment?
I think it's a number of different things. Yeah, one is that it wasn't my place. It was, I'm doing it at another location, which means that I don't know where anything is. I mean, I kind of scoped the place out, but then when I got into the thick of it, I'm like,
and people are like, where's the this and where's
I'm
that?
like, shit, fuck. Yeah. Which, whatever, that could have been planned a lot better. But also the crowd is different. It's a way different establishment than when we used to host it at New World. And so
it's an older crowd.
There was a lot of older people and then I was thinking of the restaurants that we invited, that was their regulars, was a little bit of older people.
Oh yeah, because there were definitely some that weren't.
And we'll list all them off, but that, with the exception of
New Tokyo, I couldn't even tell you who goes there.
I know, right? So you know what I mean? It was just So it was nerve wracking. I was a little nervous at first, and then I was like,
but I get that. So I'm gonna tell this story to Dan because I told you the other night.
Yep.
How drunk were you when you told her? She might.
I was pretty drunk.
All right,
because I think it was I think it was during the celebratory part of it. So we did a dispensary. It was supposed to be a 420 event, got rained out, so it was on 426 or whatever. And
we'll just get high again, man.
So I was in need of a musician, so I reached out to Jess. I'm like, yo, I need a musician. And she's like, try this guy, John Reardon?
John Redden. Amazing.
And, yes.
Amazing.
So I reached out, booked him, whatever. And he's setting up, and I'm like, wow, he's got kind of a fucking elaborate setup there.
Yeah,
It's
he
a
does.
lot of shit. And then he's got
it's just one guy. It's just him. But he's got a mixing board.
Yeah, and he's got a
pedals,
keyboard,
and he's got the keyboard, all this stuff.
And he's just starting, and he's playing around with the keyboard. It's like boo, 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 and I'm like, I've never heard this fucking guy play. What if he gets on the mic and just goes wow, 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 wow for 2 hours?
To be fair, for a 420 event, that might be okay.
Part of it, but then also I'm like, it's not outside the realm that Jess would fuck with me. I went into immediate panic attack. And Fish is like, calm down. I'm sure it's fine. I'm like, but I've never heard him play. I've never heard this guy play. Oh my God. This could fuck everything up.
I feel like Jess would mess with you on many levels, but I feel like not on a professional level.
Yeah.
I know. But
not for your livelihood.
I know that. But just in that moment, I was like, oh, shit.
Jess would totally do this.
That bitch. No, but he was.
Hey, bravos!
Yeah,
He was phenomenal. Like, people were up.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He is
dancing
phenomenal.
and, like, it was dead on perfect for the event.
He's so
Yeah.
good. He does anything from like John Mayer to Grateful Dead to then like in like
Gorillaz.
the Gorillas.
Yeah.
So like in
Sweet.
5 minutes later, he'll start rapping an entire like Biggie
Yeah.
song and like mesh it with Tupac and like it. He's just all over the
Yeah.
place, but he's
Yep.
so good at every single one that he
It
does.
was
That's
top
sick.
notch. So if you're in Southeast Massachusetts or Cape Cod, check him out.
Yeah,
Like,
John
he
Redden.
was-
Yeah,
was great.
He is great. He's
Thank you, Jess.
You're welcome.
The panic attack was my insecurities.
It was
not
worth
you.
it.
Yeah.
See, now she gets the benefit of everything. She gets my gratitude and knowing that she made me fucking horrified for 20 minutes.
That's kind of the best.
I
That's
know,
the best
right?
of
That's
both
what
I
I'm
could
worlds.
never top that again.
That's
Just
the
kill
best
me
of
now.
both worlds right there.
Jess is like, I'm gonna help Andy out, but he's still gonna freak out about it. So it's even better. Like
Yeah.
you got the good bump of karma,
Yeah,
and
right?
you got the self satisfaction that made Andy sweat a little bit.
All right.
A
Yes,
little
I'm
bit.
done.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was fucking full on.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah,
Go talk to him?
too
Do I
many
go talk to
edibles.
him?
He's having a panic attack.
I was pretty stoned.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Hard
so
not
awesome.
to be there. All
But
right,
yeah.
so bartending. What were we talking about?
I know. But yeah, so to put this whole thing together, it's funny because it is a lot of work. And doing it year over year, there's little things that get easier and there's a lot of things that get harder,
Yeah.
which is weird. And like it was funny because I was talking to Mike, the owner of 3V, which is where we held it.
Yeah.
Right before he called me, and he was just going over some stuff, and then he was like, you know what? He's like, I'm really sorry. And I go, why? He goes, I didn't realize how much work went into this. I was like, what did you think, that like people were just gonna show up and start like throwing bottles and flare? Like, what would you think this was gonna be?
Yeah.
He's like, I know. I just really appreciate you doing it. I'm like, yeah. But he's like, I just didn't realize
Yeah.
how much work went
But
into it.
I feel like that is any event.
Anything.
You know,
Yeah.
Like,
Anything.
everyone thinks they can do it better, and then they do it, and they're like, "Oh,
And you-
Yep.
I didn't know you had to email the army to do this."
yeah. The National Guard.
Been
comes
like,
in.
"Yeah, man, I had to do that."
Yeah.
you know?
I remember learning that when Jess used to do the golf tournament for the British Beer Company.
Yeah.
And I was like, sick. I just show up, get drunk on a golf course.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
But then, like, knowing the person that did it, I was like, oh, this sucks for you.
Yeah. and it's funny that you mentioned the golf tournament because it's like, in comparison, everything is easy from the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. And golf tournaments are crazy. Like, they're just crazy. Like, getting everything together is really nuts. And then the day of, there's
Yeah.
like nothing to do on
Yeah.
my end. And
Yeah,
I say nothing, but like, it's a very small portion.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's
and
like
that's signing in the golfers and then getting them their carts and being gone.
Then you have hours of nothing.
And then
Yeah.
I have hours of driving around on a golf cart, drinking, having fun. I'm like, this is awesome.
that's the whole
That's the reward.
pop-up market
Part
too.
of the reward.
You know,
yeah.
like
yeah.
come the day of, like we're not even making money the day of. Like,
Yeah.
we're there in case something goes fucking sideways.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
But and then again, like, and then with the golf tournament, there was one year, it was actually the first year that I took it over from the people that used to do it at the BBC before. And they never had a rain date before. And of course, the first year that I do it, it downpoured.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a rain date. And at first it was like, I'm looking at the radar and I'm like, okay, it's gonna pass. Like it's gonna, like, it's just a quick, like, New England fucking, and then it's gone. But the problem is it was so bad in a short period of time.
They
All
flooded
the
everything?
greens were
Yeah.
flooded
Yep.
and they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like had a moment where I went inside and I just bawled my eyes out for like 30 seconds. And then I was like, okay, we're going to fix this. All right, everybody back to the pub. And like, we all just went back. And I just had like a quick moment of like, all right, I got to let this out. And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, all right, we're just going to go have fun and we'll have a rain date. And like, everybody ended up going back to the restaurant like just earlier.
Yeah.
We had the food, we had the space, like everything was, fine. And then while we were there, I was able to like get a hold of everybody. Like, okay, this is going to be the rain date. I talked to the club, like whatever. And we were able to fix it. But
and even with rain dates, people are like, oh, why don't you have a rain date? Be like, it's not better.
yeah,
Like the 420 event we did.
yeah.
I was like, there were so many more vendors here last year, and I was like, oh right, because this was supposed to be last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So it's so challenging.
It is. It really is. And so it's nice to do an indoor event where there is no rain date. But you bet your fucking sweet ass the next year I did that tournament. Rain date. This is what we're doing it. And
I
luckily
feel like
we
I
didn't
played
need it.
every year I played in that tournament. It rained. I just played in the rain.
Yeah.
Except for that one.
Yeah.
I just went back to bed.
Because again, it was, Because again, it, like, and even the guy was like, listen, we could probably still do this. And then, like, we looked out. I remember we were in the clubhouse and we looked out at the hole that was right there. And I don't remember what hole it was. Might have been, like, the turn. It might have been 9. And we just see it as, like, rising water. And he goes, oh, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do this. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, I was putting on an event like this, like, the very first year that I did it, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
Now, I think you were going to start to ask this question. I'll go backwards. I came up with it because I attended a bartending competition years ago, and Adam Russell from Main Street was in it.
Yeah.
And it was in Boston. I don't remember where it was. It doesn't exist anymore. I think it was called like the Whiskey something, and it was this beautiful bar. It was huge, beautiful room. Had like the ground to floor like windows that you could like the doors that you could like open up. It was a beautiful place, and it was sponsored by Smeared Off, which I was like, oh, that's shitty alcohol to sponsor,
Right,
but
yeah,
whatever, it's fine.
But
And
also
then-
they got deep pockets.
I don't. Well,
you know?
they did because
yeah.
if you went in and you drank Smirnoff, you got it for free all night long.
Yeah.
And they have like 1,000 flavors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
doesn't matter. You can drink whatever.
You can find something.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can find something. And I just remember it being like there was like 4 judges, like 3 or 4 judges, and the only thing that they did was the best cocktail. That was it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a short thing. Like we all hung out. Each bartender kind of like took their time. I don't remember how many there were. I want to say there was like maybe like 6 or 7. There wasn't like
Oh, and all they did was one cocktail?
they just did the one.
That's
It
very
was short.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a short event. Like it maybe was an hour.
Yeah.
And and I remember that because we took a bus, like we took like a party bus up there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like 30 of us that went up to Boston to root on Adam. And then we were just like, when it was over, we were like, okay, like
Now
Now
what do we
what?
do? We had this bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to a couple places and then we went, and then we just came back to Plymouth. But it just was really cool to see like Adam like made his own like dehydrated edible flour, and like he really did a good setup. And I don't remember any of the other competing bartenders because like I really only was there to see him.
Right.
But he didn't win. So it's like if he did all of that and he didn't win, I can imagine what the other bartenders had done because
Yeah.
it was insane the effort that he put into it. And so when I was thinking of stuff for New World, I was like, we have so many awesome bartenders in this town. Like we could totally do something like this.
And this is post-COVID.
I think it was a year after COVID.
Yeah. And so the arm wrestling thing had never returned because that was
Yeah.
like pre-COVID.
Yeah, because and that's kind of another precursor to how this happened was me and Carl had talked about bringing the arm wrestling competition back, and he was against it
Wait, Carl was opposed to something? Shut the fuck up.
because
He didn't want
and
to take his shirt off again. That's why.
he was against it because he didn't think that the camaraderie in town was the way that it used to be.
Yeah. And coming out of COVID, it wasn't.
It wasn't, and
But I think part of what brought it back is the championship.
and so I said to him, I go, but we can do that. Like we
Yeah.
can bring it back.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, when me and Dan would work in town, we knew everyone.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
knew everybody that worked everywhere. And granted, like we still have those people are still, some of them are still there, but like some of these newer restaurants, like I have no fucking idea who any of these people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when a new bar would come up, and I'm sure you would do the same thing, like we would go.
Yeah,
And we'd
for
get
sure.
to know these people, and we would get to know, like we'd have our, favorite bartenders. And now I'd hate to say that it's, I mean, I think partially of it is age. Like we just don't go
We're
out
old
as much.
now.
I'll
We're
even
old.
say there's more to it than that.
But I
yeah.
was about to say, I don't think that's 100% it. I think it was just, we just didn't have that.
Well,
I don't know.
I went into Mayflower the other day and had to start a tab and give my card.
You're like, I've never done that.
Well, no one knows me there, you know, and there's a lot of that. You know? It's.
But I think even the people who were, I think even the people who had returned that we all knew, things were just different. I think people were frustrated with all the rules and shit that we used to have to fucking follow, which was insane.
And then you'd have one place that didn't follow the rules, and everyone would get mad at that place.
My God.
Hell no, I love that place. Just kidding. I never went there.
I know.
But I mean, there were a few where you know there were just people that would get
they're like, I don't care. Like, this is about politics, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, they were just
be like that.
There was people doing shit they weren't supposed, just all kinds of shit,
just a whole mess.
And
it really brought everybody down.
Yeah,
it really brought everybody down. And so when we talked about doing the arm wrestling competition, he was like, well, that was solely based on like the entire community coming together.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's there anymore. And I agreed to a certain extent. I was like, I don't think it's gone though. Like, I think it's still there.
Need to be revived.
Like
be
revived.
Cultivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, the first year when I did it, the biggest struggle that I had, which I thought wasn't going to be a struggle at all, was getting people to do it.
That's crazy.
I remember, well, now that it's established, like people are like, oh yeah, like let's do it.
Yeah.
But like the first year, I had to make it worth their time to the point where like the prize has to be really good if they're going to take a Monday night. I mean, granted, this was in like September, October, so the season's kind of slow anyway.
Yeah.
But you have to make it worth a bartender taking a night off that they maybe would have normally worked.
What was the prize the first year?
The first year was Bruins tickets in the Absolute Suite. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Baby Jack won that.
Yeah.
She was the first year's winner, and she said it was awesome. She said it was great.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, okay, and then I kind of shot myself in the foot because I'm like, okay, now I have
the second year, you're
I
like,
have to be up at that level every year now.
I have an absolute shirt.
Yeah.
Just
I have absolutely no idea what to get. Yeah. So, we had to make it worth their involvement.
Yeah. But I think that also brings, like, if there's nothing on the line, it brings a total different vibe. Like, people went all out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And
I didn't have
year.
one single person this year ask what the prize was.
Yeah.
Because they just wanted to do it.
What was the prize?
So this year, we
actually
had some good prizes this year. To the point where we actually had a second place prize, which we only kind of makeshift won last year because it was so close between the first and second place person that I was like, I feel like I have to acknowledge a second place. So we decided this year we were going to do it because we got Cisco gave us that platinum pass.
Yep.
Remember you asked about that a while ago?
Yep.
I didn't even know they still made them.
Yeah.
And they reached out and they gave them the platinum pass, which covers their ferry.
Yep.
And then up
I
to
wanted
Nantucket. Yeah. And then doesn't it include like drinks
It's
or
like all
something?
their booze, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
At least it used to be. I don't know if it still is. But
I
it's
tried
probably
to quickly read it, and I think I saw something about that, but like maybe not the whole thing, but like maybe like a certain amount or something.
Yeah.
But it's fucking worth it to go out to the island.
Yeah.
For the day. The ferry in itself is $100 or whatever. Yeah. And then there was that with like a bunch of swag, and then the other prize was 2 Red Sox tickets, and $100 gift card to Harpoon and a bunch of Harpoon swag. So I was like, okay, they could go to the Harpoon Brewery, like make a day of it there, and then go to the Red Sox game.
And then skip the Red Sox game.
Yeah. Well, no.
Baby Jack
We'll get
won.
to. Yeah, I was gonna say
Baby
Jack
won.
won.
Yeah.
But I almost didn't want to give her because we gave people the option because I'm like both of these prizes are so good.
Yeah.
I didn't want to I wanted them to choose.
Yeah.
And when I found out that Baby Jack won, I was like, well, I already know, but I have to list both of them, so you pick and choose. And as soon as I said Red Sox tickets, she's like, just say less, like and then so there was first place and second place. Those were the 2 prizes, and then the who brought the most people was a third prize, and it was like this really nice bartender kit that I got.
Yep.
But yeah, so the first year it was like pulling teeth trying to find people to be involved, and I was shocked. And in my head, I'm like, I already got like 6 people in the bag because I'm definitely gonna have somebody from New World, like my own place. Someone from Speedwell is definitely gonna do it. Main Street, like BBC, like I was like, oh yeah, no, I already got like 6 people in the books, and
this year, like, it was a lot of rando plate.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, which
I
is
was
great.
Really,
Which is
it was
awesome.
great. It was really good.
But then, like, all the people that I thought were shoo-in didn't do it. Like, Speedwell's never done it.
Yeah.
Main Street's never been involved.
Surprised me Speedwell hasn't.
Yeah, well, whatever, Jordan. It's fine. Nikki's always wanted to do it,
Yeah.
but she works Monday nights, and she makes really good money. So that was kind of
I feel like that's
whatever.
definitely the problem there because they don't have like a full-time person for the most part.
Yeah.
And then like at Cafe Strega, my friend Ashley, she's always wanted to do it, but she's never been able to take the time off.
Yeah.
So like again, it's like if some of these people like Connie who's done it every year.
Yeah.
This was just the first year she's done it for New Tokyo.
Yeah.
She took Monday off.
Yeah.
To do it because she entered in last minute. She's like, let me see if I can get the night off. I'm like, all right, cool.
And the thing is, it's like I think now it's starting to gain a little bit of notoriety where like Ashley from Artisan Pig was like, oh, I know Andrew will let me because he was like, yeah, you're gonna go and talk about my restaurant in another restaurant. Go ahead.
Wear a restaurant, wear our shirt, like whatever. Like, it's not just about like bringing business to the place where it's being held. It's about exposure to all the other restaurants that are involved, and every single bartender this year fucking killed it. And like,
it was very close.
Because in past years, there's been like a dud or two where you're like, oh yeah, good job, but like that really wasn't great. Like, you know,
That would have been me if I did.
Just kind of like that, almost like that's the kind of drink I would expect at that bar.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
kind of like
right. But each place, and like to the point where like so many people were like, oh, I'm gonna have to go check out La Baya, or I'm gonna have to go check out Artisan Pig. Like, it brings other people to other places.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that was in that building was there for the competition. Dan, I don't know if you've ever been to 3V. Have you?
Yeah, my
Every table
wedding
was-
shower was there.
So the
every
shower,
table was reserved.
So the shower, that function room.
Yep.
They ended up having to turn that into their main dining room.
Oh wow,
Because all of the tables in the bar area were reserved for the competition.
that's fucking
Isn't that
sick.
crazy?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a great problem to have.
I mean, so this is my question.
Yes.
At the end of it, when everything was said and done, how did the working bartenders feel? Because I know they were unhappy, and rightfully so.
They weren't unhappy because I kept checking in with them.
Yeah.
They both, and Steph and Luna, you know I both love you, so
Yeah.
I'm saying this with kindness. They have resting bitch face. And they know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they were not unhappy.
Yeah.
I literally at one point, like in the middle of the competition, I don't know if you heard me, but like they had like a big, I don't know if it was intended for cash tips, but they had a big bucket like underneath
Oh, I don't know.
their register, and it
Yeah.
was full of cash. And I just leaned down and I screamed to the mic. I was like, "Look at that fat stack of cash!" and Steph was sweating, and Luna was going crazy. And like at one point, Luna, sweetheart, apologized to me for being in my way. And I go, girl, this is your fucking bar. I'm in your way. Like, literally hip check me out of the way. I'm so sorry. I'm a pain in the ass, but I have to. I go, girl, why are you apologizing to me? I literally invaded your entire fucking bar. Like, do not apologize to me.
It's one of those, like, I agree. I've known Luna.
Yeah.
Luna was literally there at the founding of Inebriar.
Yes. Yeah.
And resting bitch face, for sure.
Sweetheart, though.
Oh, yeah. But it just gave me that vibe of, like, a bartender on St. Patty's Day that was like, I fucking hate this. And then the end of the night, be like, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, for sure. They definitely were like, I wasn't there till the end where they were counting the cash, but for sure they were just like, wow.
Because just on a random Monday night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And they now know. And I tried telling them, I said, listen, you're going to have over 100 people in this room.
Yeah. It was packed.
It was packed. And
100 industry people. For the most
and
part.
regulars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there were so many, like, I saw a lot of familiar faces from my place.
Yep.
I saw a lot of familiar places it was funny because, like, I think for the first time in this competition, I saw a lot of familiar faces, but they were all rooting for different people than I thought. So my former kitchen manager from the BBC, Nate, was there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever. It was really nice to see him. I thought he was there to support Baby Jack, but he was there to support Leeson because that's his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Leeson
like he was
from Brewster Bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like they, he was like rooting for both of them kind of. It was like weird. And then like
that's where it's like, yay, baby Jack.
yeah,
I have to root for this other person or I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and there was a few people that literally they knew multiples, so like it was kind of nice like
well, I mean,
seeing
that's
them.
the thing. That's kind of like that part of moving back to that connected community. And I think the bartending championship is one thing that's doing that. I know I'm sure they're still doing it. Had a boomerang. Are you?
Yeah.
Which
oh my
I'm
god,
like, that's
that was
such a
so
great community
fun,
thing.
but it's so illegal. But it's okay.
I mean,
but it's fun.
All right, not some other fish. Edit that out.
Yeah.
Bleep who I said.
Cut this whole segment.
No, do you know about the boomerang, Dan?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I went into a bar somewhere downtown, and essentially he's like, "Where are you going next?" And I'm like, "I haven't really decided. It was just one of those days where I was going to bounce around."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right," and he gives me this banana-shaped flask that he put a shot into.
Yeah.
And then you go and you give it. You send a trusted regular
Yeah.
down, and they deliver it to another bartender.
Yeah.
And there's a shot in it for them.
Yeah.
And then it stays with them until they send it somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's fucking
And I'm
sweet.
like, it's such
I like that.
That is such a cool idea.
It's not that illegal.
I mean,
It's morally gray.
Yeah. You get caught, they're going to tell you not to do it. They're not going to arrest you.
But but you're right. That is such a cool idea to like get everybody involved, and I hope they still do it
Yeah.
because it is really cool. It is about like something little that just would make somebody be like, oh, that's fun. Like, where did this come from?
And
Like,
then-
like
Then I think the other thing that's showing like that kind of trend is what Wisdom's been doing at Edge.
Yeah.
He's done a collaboration with the other pizza place, which you'd be like, that makes no sense, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Pizza people like pizza. They're gonna go try both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it
didn't
is.
see that one.
Oh, he's got a artisan pig. Collaboration. He sent something to the artisan pig, and I think they sent some of their homemade sausage for him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And like, there's a whole like reel where he goes in there arguing about what shape pizza should be. It's very wisdom. It's very wisdom.
I'll die on it. Fucking Mike Wisdom winning fucking social media.
Yeah.
2026.
For real. Yeah.
And he's crushing it.
That's
Like,
awesome.
I think he did collab with someone else locally too.
I think so too.
He's done 1 million collabs. That's why I
know.
can't keep track.
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, dude, what restaurant do you work at or own?
But I mean, that's that mindset of the rising tide's going to float all boats.
Yep. Yeah.
They may not eat here tonight, but they'll eat here tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, and so when I used to work in Marshfield, like, I worked at a place that there's literally 4 in a very short walking distance. There's 4 restaurants.
3 now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, wait, which one closed? Oh, yes,
the one that burnt down?
The one that has a
Mysteriously.
shortly after it was sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there was 4. There was
Allegedly
right there.
burnt down.
Yeah. Well. Whatever. And I'm thinking, I had the mentality of like Plymouth going into this new town and thinking that we'd all work together. And it was very much the exact opposite. Everyone was against each other. I actually had one of those restaurants, I'm 99.9% sure it was the one that burnt down, that called the ABC on me because I was doing a industry night and I was advertising like a $5 specialty cocktail for industry night. But in fine print down below of each post or whatever it was, I had written, drinks are available throughout the week or until the product sells out, which is that's what Massachusetts law is.
Yep. Yeah.
And they apparently did not see that. So they called twice. I got the ABC called on me. And he said it was a surrounding restaurant that had called to complain. And,
Did they come show up?
No, they didn't. They just called. They called me. And the second time he called me, he's like, hi, I'm sorry. I got to follow up with this. He goes, just be careful how you word it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I was like, I'll reword it, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But like, it says in the fine print that this is available all week or until the product runs out.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, when I'm doing these $5 drinks, it's like a bottle I'm just trying to move that's like $1.
Right. It's the thing you want to get rid of. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it was never like, we did have a couple people who would come to industry night. And again, it was never really that busy. Like, it never really took off, which is another crazy, like, thing. That's like a camaraderie thing.
I've seen so many people try to do industry nights.
I've never seen one that does anything.
Yeah.
I've seen, like, a couple that'll be really busy for, like, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and then it dies out again. Yeah. And that's just in our town. I don't know. Whatever. So, I mean, my thought was doing an industry night was that we, out of those 4 locations, and there was, a few other that weren't walking distance, they were really close by. So maybe like 6 or 7 bars, they all closed earlier than we did. So I'm thinking,
so they're going to get off the shift and come hang out.
Yeah. And it just never got there.
Yep.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that's also if you're lacking that camaraderie between places. Like,
that's what I mean.
Why do I want to go hang out with that guy from Jimmy's Surf Shack,
Like,
they're the enemy.
It's because they all, like, were pinned against each other.
Yeah.
And it was really bizarre, and I just... that got squashed real fucking quick. Like, the only reason why I even had remotely, slightly, a little bit of camaraderie in the town was for 2 bartenders that worked at one of the places across the street. We used to do this thing where we became friends, and me and Matt used to do this thing where if they were working, we would run across the street, do a shot, run back, and then they would do the same thing. They would leave, run across the street, do a shot, come back, and like kind of like you and like Speedwell, like BBC and Speedwell used to do that.
Yeah.
At the time I met half the Plymouth bartenders. They would come into BBC. I do a shot, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You can save with me.
But it was just funny.
Money
and, like,
by silence.
We wouldn't charge each other. Like, we would just, because, like, okay, you took one from mine and I took one for, like, whatever, evens it out, whatever. But that was kind of like we would text each other real quick, like, all right, I got 5 minutes, I'll be right over, like, and just run over. And it'd be kind of, like, funny.
Well,
and
the
like,
other
whatever.
thing
But
that you used to have going, which I haven't really seen much on, it could still be in use, it was the downtown restaurant rant or whatever.
Yeah, the Plymouth Industry rant.
And that was such like a
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, I just threw this guy out. I just look out for this person.
And again, it has to do with that camaraderie of like we're all looking out for each other. And for a long time, that page really worked.
Oh, crushed.
And it's been dormant for like the last couple of years, pretty much since COVID, basically. But yeah, it's about looking out for each other. I remember even before that page, which is that actually how the conversation got started was about the page it was like me and Brenna and Bree from Pillory and like somebody else. Like we were all like just sitting at Pillory and like talking about like just these horror stories and like, talking about like I used to like if I kicked somebody out at T-Bones, I would call Main Street.
Yeah.
And I would say, hey, these 3 guys are literally walking in your door right now. I can see them.
Yeah.
And do not serve them. We just shut them off and we kick them out. And they're like, okay. And it was funny because I always used to like wait and they'd come running back out, like hands flailing. Oh, what the fuck? Like, and then I'm like, okay, where are they gonna go next? And then I would see like if they went like down Middle Street, I'd call BBC. I'm like, BBC, they're walking in your door right now, don't serve them. And it was like, to me, that was fun because I'm like, I'm getting one on these guys. But at the same time, it's like,
it's looking out for everybody.
It's looking out for everybody because we all know somebody walks in the bar and they put themselves in their best composure.
Yep.
And then you hand them a beer and you go, fuck.
The most soberest guy orders.
Right. Yeah. And it's just, it is about that camaraderie. It is about getting everybody together.
And I remember being at New World, and I mean, I'm adjacent to the industry. I'm not in it.
Right.
And was it Ben that used to own Pillory with Bree?
Yes. Yep.
He was sitting at the bar having a beer, and there was some bar crawl that was just like, where are we going next?
Yeah.
And I heard them say Pillory, so I went over and I'm like, yo, bro, just a heads up. That bar crawl is headed to Pillory. And he was like, check, and he bounced.
Yeah, he's like, all right, gotta go. Yeah. Right. Well, even sometimes still, like if I hear about, actually just recently just happened with the firefighters, the bar crawl that they do.
Yeah.
I think Brenda didn't know about it or somebody didn't know about it. And I'm like, I'm 99.9% sure like you're one of their stops. And they were like, oh shit, when is it? And like, I like gave them a heads up and they're like, oh, thank God, but,
and that's one of those things that can be so unexpected. You don't necessarily need to schedule someone, but like, because you're going to be busy for like hour.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe you bring somebody an hour early or you have somebody stay an hour late or something like that. But yeah, so like, it's again, like like I said, year one, it was like pulling teeth trying to get somebody. And then every year you always have a bunch of people. And every year, like at least 2 or 3 people drop out last minute. So like I was telling the girl who was helping me run it this year, I said, we need 10 bartenders. She's like, wow, that's kind of a lot. I was like, 3 of them are going to drop out. So we're going to get to 7. This was a perfect number.
What we had, 7?
We had 7, yeah. We ended up having 6, and then Connie joined last minute, and like, so that was good. But like, I was like, you need to ask way more people than you think, because you're going to pick people who are definitely not going to do it. You're going to get people who are going to drop out last minute. I was like, and then it's just going to be a dud if you have like 3 people.
And you're going to have those weird people that won't say no, but just won't return your calls.
Or they just won't show up.
Yeah. Just say no.
Yeah. I had a woman year 1 who just didn't show up, and she was like contacting me the whole time, and then like she kind of went dormant like the few days before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's fine, like it's just it was the weekend. I was like, oh, she's probably busy or whatever, and then she just didn't show up. So I was like, well, fuck, like whatever.
So you said getting bartenders, especially in the first year, is the hardest.
Because they don't know what it's about.
Yeah. What did you think was going to be difficult that turned out to be easy?
None of it.
Get my drunk friend Andy to judge.
Yeah.
I was saying now, instead of, you need more backup judges now.
Yeah.
Every year, you're like, can you come down? I'm like, nah, I have to work.
Yeah. Well, again, we usually have like, all right, I got 3 perfect judges. Okay, great. And then something happens. Somebody couldn't get a babysitter. Somebody.
I was saying to Brenna, I'm like, this is year 4. I think if I don't get asked, I'm going to get really offended.
Well, because Brenna one year was like, I'm in. And then she couldn't find a babysitter.
Yep.
And so she was like, fuck, I'm so sorry. Actually, and then that was the year.
Me and her were talking.
Yeah.
So the first year, it was me, Teddy and some liquor rep.
Lindsay.
Okay.
Yep.
The year after that was me, Baby Jack, Cam, and Brenna.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that was screwing us up because she's like, no, it was me, Cam, and Baby Jack. And she's like, you got really drunk and was doing the podcast. I'm like, no, that was the first year.
That was the first year. But so that was one of the years she thought she wasn't going to have a babysitter.
Yeah.
So I asked Cam to do it.
Okay.
And then last minute, she found a babysitter. And then I felt bad because I was like, well, now I can't like not ask Cam to do it. It was like the day before.
Right.
So then I was like, I guess we'll have 4 judges.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, couldn't even tell you.
The year after that was Carl, you.
Oh, Carl, right. All right.
And was it Brenna?
It might have been.
It might have been, actually. So maybe she didn't miss a year.
She missed first year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it was Carl, you, and Brenna. That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this year was me, Brenna, and Natalie.
Who was amazing, by the way.
And that was a bit of a...
that was a stretch.
It was a stretch.
Yep.
I was unsure because I'm like, this could go south, but fit in real well. I just had the... So she's a TikToker who's trying to like grow like a South Shore page of like, hey, come to my page and find out what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's all local small businesses, but it's not necessarily just restaurants. It's stores.
And
it's coffee shops.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is a good way to kind of get more eyes on the events and more eyes on her page and more eyes on the restaurant. So let's give it a try. And I kind of got a good feeling because I reached out. I'm like, hey. So I texted her first thing when I woke up, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing Monday the 27th? 27th. Are you a cocktail fan? And I put the phone down. I got in the shower, and I'm in the shower. I'm like, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. So I got in the shower, and I'm like, I don't know. That didn't come across right. I'm like, I wasn't asking you on a date. I know you're like married and shit.
Never stopped Andy
Some
before.
guy slipping into her DMs.
I'm like, but
Monday mornings.
I'm like, this is for a bartender competition in Plymouth, and she's like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, immediately.
I'm like, the fact that you didn't even ask me for any details, I feel like this is gonna work.
Yep.
You're like, date, time, Plymouth, drinks, in. Done.
Yeah.
And she even said when she sat down, like right before, like I kind of went through everything with you guys. She's like, so what am I doing? I'm like, okay, hold on. Like, we'll get there. But like, yeah. But she was great. She like her feedback was. I think one of the first things that she said with one of the mystery cocktails was like, I asked what she thought of the drink, and she goes, "This feels like I want to run naked through the street." I'm like, I love you. This is gonna be just fine. Like,
and the video she made for it was fantastic.
Oh my god, it was amazing. It was great.
So, shout out Natalie.
I just laugh like I've been unemployed for a month and been bored out of my fucking mind. And I get a job, and now like I've been invited to do this, that. And I'm like, guys, where were you guys all like 2 weeks ago? When I was gonna fucking jump off my balcony.
I know. But yeah, I mean, what was there is no easy part. to it.
Was there a surprising part? Something that came up where you're like, oh shit, I didn't think about that, or like there's always something weird that pops up.
This year, the oh shit, I should have thought about that was more of kind of I'd asked for something and it didn't get done in the way that I would have liked to have gotten done.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I should have just done it myself, kind of thing.
I hate that though.
I can't believe you let people do things for you. You don't really give that vibe.
Listen, this is why I just do it, because if I don't do it, then it's not going to be done the right way. But it was more towards like the mystery cocktail, which again, like I thought would have been the easiest part because I've done it every year. Yeah. And granted, it was slightly different this year, but
I think it was better this year.
I think so too. Yeah. But it was longer because of this issue, which was that I didn't have everything that I needed right when I needed it. So I had to go running around trying to find, and they're fucking 3 deep at the bar, and I'm like, hi, I need bitters. Like, but I had asked for all this stuff to be out, and it should have been like whatever. Next year, if we do it there, which maybe we will, I know exactly what I'll do. There's an area that I can prep for everybody, and this is where everything's going to be, and then nobody has to ask for anything. It was just that was the part that I was like, oh, this will be easy, and then it just wasn't. But then I also had to remind myself, 3 years in a row, I did it at my place of work. So I knew exactly where everything was.
Yeah. So you didn't have to stop and ask.
Yeah. And even though I kind of scoped out the scene before everything got underway, it's still, like my dad, sweet angel of a dad, my parents came in, which first of all, I was surprised that they came in because they don't like to leave the house ever. And fine. And they're also like both fucking deaf as shit. And the place was so loud.
Yeah, it was very loud.
And I'm like, they stayed for like over an hour. And I'm like, I'm surprised they're still here because I could just see them yelling at each other and going, what?
Well, they're deaf, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It wasn't loud to them.
Yeah.
My dad comes in and they're standing at the bar and I can tell that. And then, by the way, I made multiple announcements. I do not work here. Don't ask me for a drink. I cannot make it for you. And people were still asking me for drinks. It's the
Baby
one
Jack's turn. She comes around, and the first thing someone's like, "Hey, I want," and she's like, I don't work here."
Yeah, but I even said, like, the bartenders that are competing do not work here. Yeah. I do not work here. The only people that you can get drinks from are Luna and Steph. I go, this the Luna over here, Steph over there. Like, I made a whole thing about it, and of course, there's always going to be a few people who don't fucking listen.
Yep.
And but my dad was like, "Can I get a drink?" And he doesn't drink. He just drinks ginger ale. Yeah. And I go, Dad, I don't even know where the soda cups are to get you a fucking ginger ale. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, he's like, I thought I had connections. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint you, Dad. But,
Again.
So, yeah, like, it's just, that was the part where it's like, oh, fuck, But every year, the hardest part now with every year is coming up with something new so it's not stagnant.
Yeah.
Because you've done it now every year and you've seen a couple of different things, but overall, it's like most of the contests are generally the same.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of getting to the point now where you have a few in your pocket where you can kind of then be like, oh, this year will be like this one and this one, and then we'll save one off.
Yeah.
The kind of, physical challenge to steal from Double Dare this year was really good. And I wanted to be like, I don't know if I agree with the way you're judging this, but then I'm like, just shut up.
What was it?
They had to do a 1 ounce pour.
It was a pour test, but with
2
like
ounce pour.
Drunk goggles
Dude,
type situation.
Fucking
it was
drunk
great.
is not the right description.
And to be honest, I even said like before and after, like, I almost literally quoted from Whose Line Is It Anyway, where it's like, the points don't matter.
Yeah.
Because that was more of a buffer.
Yeah.
And like there are,
which is exactly what the judges need.
Yes.
We need a point to like stop drinking for a minute and go pee.
Yeah.
And,
and it was definitely, there were no points for that one.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't. Like,
okay, because I'm like, I don't know how she's fucking like she's not writing any of this down.
No, so it was that they had to do a 1 ounce pour, a 2 ounce pour, and a 4 ounce pour. So I got one of those like pour like things that you stick in the canister, but I didn't leave it in the canister. I had all 3 out. So I had all 3 mixing tins out and a bottle of water, like with the pour spout. And it was funny because at one point it was a Tito's bottle, and so I picked it up and I was like, I went to go start pouring like whatever, and I was like, oh, I got to make sure this isn't vodka. Like, I was like, should have got me a different bottle that wasn't like
take the label
white,
off.
something. Yeah. Anyway, or put masking tape on it that said water, because God forbid like a bartender like picked it up and like made a drink with somebody. So I don't know.
Dear Yelp, 3V waters down their drinks.
And so like they put these goggles on, and they weren't even they were glasses, and they looked like kaleidoscopes.
Yep.
And it was literally the review that I saw on Amazon was that somebody bought them for like a rave, and they were like, it was like the trippiest, most exciting experience I've ever, like watching the lights dance through these glasses. And I go, sold. Done. You look like you're on LSD. Love that. That's exactly what I need.
I literally was like, here, let me try them on. I'm like, oh, I'll keep them on all night. This will be funny. And then I'm like, I can't see a fucking thing.
Every single time somebody put them on, they went, oh, shit.
The fact that anyone got any water in any of them was impressive.
Yeah, like one of the first girls immediately like went to go pour it in the tin and like just missed completely and was just pouring it in the trash. I was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly why we're here, so that I would pour the 1 ounce in the measurer, and if it was dead on, they were gonna get like 2 points.
Yeah.
And if it was a little off, they got nothing. And then it was like, then I, measure the 2, and then I measure the 4. Well, my bad. The pour measurer thing only goes up to 3, 3 ounces. But to be fair, no one got 4 ounces because they all, if they poured more than they would have like for a 4 ounce, it only went up to the top, which was 3 ounces. So I was like, well, at least nobody's overflowed. I was like, it's fine, no big deal. Like, and I literally was like, no one got the 4 ounce, it's fine. Like,
and
then
so one year you did the sliding the beer into the target. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like the sliding of the beer glass down the bar. I'm like, that's something everyone's always wanted to do. Let's make a game of it. So like, I do have a few things in my pocket now, but it's still trying to come up with new things, because even when I Google it, it's like
the same fucking thing.
It's the same things.
Yeah. Have you been watching? Do you watch Taskmaster?
No.
You should watch Taskmaster. Okay. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. But like, and then there was one. It's like like I've seen multiple times like a keg toss, like an empty keg tossing contest. I was like, well, I can't fucking do that. That's liability at the wazoo, right? And then there was last year, I thought about maybe doing like a Guinness pour test. Like, who could pour the perfect Guinness? But then I'm like, okay, well, who's going to fucking judge that?
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So it's like, yeah, you could do it, but then, who's going to judge? It's like, and then someone was saying this year, they're like, well, why don't you do like a taste test for beer? And it reminded me of that episode that we had done.
Oh, the blind taste
with the blind taste test. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, but then where I work now, like I already, which we'll talk about this later, but because I just forgot this until right now. They were very concerned about, okay, the bartenders that are competing are not making drinks for customers, right? Because, they're not on tip certification under the place, under 3V.
Yeah.
Like, it's a liability. And I was like, no. I was like, it's totally fine. So, same concept of, like, I can't be giving them booze during the competition. If they want to drink when they're not doing stuff on the other side of the bar, fine.
A drink. Yeah.
Right. But I can't be doing, so, like, I didn't want to do that, which... To be honest too, like all the bartenders are drinking the whole fucking time. Yeah. I don't need to give them any more booze than they're already consuming. Right. So it's coming up with new ideas, or just different ways to do those ideas. Like the mystery cocktail was perfect this year in the way that we executed it, because it was just better. But in previous years, we've tried other ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Like last year we did that. I came up with drinks. Yeah. And then they just kind of picked it out of a hat. And that was a little lame. So I didn't want to do it like that again. But it's the same concept of like having to make a drink on the fly, not knowing what you're supposed to be using. Yeah. Because that's what happens. Somebody walks in and they order a drink and you don't know what they want until they ask you for it. So that was the whole concept that I wanted to keep. And then like even the cocktail trivia, like one year I just did trivia instead of cocktail trivia. Yeah. And that was fun. But my bad, I made it too hard. So no one knew half the fucking answers.
And that's the other thing is like, I've done that where you've done trivia questions and you're like, oh, that seems easy. And you forget it seems easy because you're looking at the answer.
Well, and not only that, but like, I've been in the industry since I was 19.
Right.
some of these people have only been in the industry for like
years.
a year.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like.
And some of that's still since they were 19.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like. You have to, like, I think, like, one of the questions is, like, when did, like, this was last year, like, when did Prohibition end or something? And I was like, someone's got to know this.
Yeah.
No one fucking knew it. And I was like, I'll give you a hint. It's 19 something. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just, like, whatever. Like, so it's about, like, doing some similar things, but trying to do it differently and trying not to make it stagnant and trying, because then you
like,
have
if you're doing something like that, it would almost make sense to do, like, a timeline. It would stick on things that you have to like then put like.
And then like the other thing is now we've had a few bartenders that have regularly done it, so I also don't want them to go in and be like, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen because I've done it in previous years.
You want them to be like, oh fuck, what are they going to do to me this year?
Exactly. So that's the hardest part.
I think if you watch Taskmaster, you could get some really interesting
for sure.
inspiration.
For sure. Because even like the pour test thing, like that kept coming up. And I'm like, I don't want to do a fucking pour test. That's lame. Like we all have to do that in the business anyway.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to make work for it. So then I was like, well, what if I did it in a different way where they couldn't see? So that at first I thought about blindfolding them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, what about drunk goggles? And then I like Googled drunk goggles that like the police use to simulate like drunk tests. And they're like hundreds of dollars. And I went, well, that's not happening. Like, so then I just randomly stumbled upon those glasses. But it's about doing something a little bit different so that it's not like lame.
Yeah.
So, and then the obstacle course I always thought was really fun. But there's no way in fucking hell I would have been able to do it at 3D. No way.
And that's the only time there was ever an incident.
Which was year 1.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they deserved it. They 100% deserved it. Because the obstacle course was, they had to take
a tray.
At the tray. So they were at start at the service station.
Yep.
They'd have a tray, and with various size glasses, tall, short, whatever, full of water. And, so a martini glass, a tall beer glass, a rocks glass, a wine glass, whatever. And it's like, they probably had like 7 glasses on the tray. So they had to take it, put it on the tray. And then on the floor, I had arrows and tape of where they had to go weave themselves through the tables at New World. And then there was like, they had to go up that little stage. So they had to go up a couple stairs and then come back down. And then they went to a table, dropped off a couple drinks, went around, went to another table, dropped off the rest of the drinks, and then ran to the starting line.
And then you measured how much water was on the tray?
So that was the second year.
Okay.
So the first year was just the obstacle. But then I was like, okay, let's make it a little bit more difficult. And I had to measure how much water was left on the tray.
Yep.
The spilled drink. And then your time plus like, it was your time minus like how much was like in ounces on the tray was like your score or something or whatever. And but the first year I had said, and in hindsight I was like, maybe I should have worded it differently. I was like, hey, audience participation in this obstacle course, if you see them coming, don't get out of their way, because how many times have you been, at a bar and like you're serving somebody and no one fucking moves out of your way. Like, let's make it realistic. And one or two of the people that were in the audience took it a lot too literally.
Yeah.
And so they were rooting for another bartender that they wanted to win. So they got in, oh my God, what was her name? From Galway. Aubrey. They got in Aubrey's way to the point where they were like linebackers and they wouldn't let her by. And so
Aubrey being the wallflower that she is.
The girl kind of like pushed her a little bit and the tray started to go.
Yep.
And she just threw it on her.
That's
on the
awesome.
girl that pushed her. And she got covered in water and glass broke. And Aubrey just like threw her hands up and said, fuck this. I don't want to do this. Like just that one thing.
Yep.
And, the girl was bitching about that towards the very end. At the very end, I'm counting up all of the scores for the entire night, and I'm exhausted. I'm just like, fucking, it's been a wild night. I got to do math, which is really hard. And she comes up to me, she's like, hi, so we were part of that incident that happened earlier, and like, you didn't do anything about it. And I was like, I went over to you and I asked you if you were okay, and you said you were fine. What more do you need me to do?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I never come here and I'm never coming here again. And I go, I don't care. I don't care. I go, you're talking to me right now. I'm in the middle of something. I go, you see this room? It's full of people. What makes you think that right now is the best time for you to come to me and complain of something that happened 3 hours ago?
That you caused.
That you caused.
Yeah.
She was like, you didn't even check up on me. I'm like, I asked if you were okay because there was broken glass. You told me that you were fine. End of story. What else do you want me to do? Is this a situation where you want me to fucking comp your bill because somebody got you got too involved and somebody dropped a fucking glass of water on you? I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. That's like somebody starting a fight and then like breaking a glass, and it got on them and then it's like, oh, I want you to comp my tab because somebody, dropped their beer on me. It's like, you just fist fought somebody. Why would I do that to you?
I saw that essentially happened the other day at the BBC. Some guy showed up and Skylar was like, I heard them like already talking about causing trouble and they were drunk. And so they went outside to smoke or whatever. And the one guy's like, oh, this is fairly crowded. And the guy's like, oh, you can take my seat. So some kid sat down and fucking talking with the kid next to him, whatever. Comes back and he's like, well, you're my fucking seat. And Skylar's like, you offered it to him. I heard you. And she's like, that's it. You guys are out. And like, we don't have to pay, right?
Like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was funny because they did the same thing at Galway. And they're like, oh, they were driving this silver RAV4. And I'm like, I know exactly who you're talking about. They almost hit me getting off the highway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it became like a whole thing. They ended up getting arrested.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
They were disasters.
So it's a lot of fun. I was exhausted the next day.
Yeah.
I was like mentally and physically exhausted. Well, I worked in the morning and then I came into that at night. So I was up from like 6 a.m. to 2 in the morning.
Yeah. I
was
texted
like, that's a
Jack
nice
the next
20-hour
day.
day.
I'm like, I'm naming my hangover today in your honor.
Yeah. But again, it was so much fun. So we had Alex from La Baya, Ashley from Artisan Pig, Baby Jack from BBC, Connie from New Tokyo, Gretchen from Mamma Mia's, Joey from 3V, and Leeson from Brewster Bar. So they all...
And Baby Jack won.
Yeah, and Baby Jack won from
Congrats,
4 points. 4 points was between first and second place.
That's crazy.
Ashley came in second.
Ashley came in second, yep. Gretchen brought the most people. And when I tell you she brought the most people, I'm telling you.
Dude, it was fucking crazy.
She brought, like, I'm not joking, collectively throughout the night, she probably brought at least 70 people.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say 30.
Oh, yeah, no, 70.
Yeah.
Because that whole entire side that was behind you,
Yeah.
plus those tables that were all the way in the back, that was all her. And never mind, like, some of the people that were just kind of, like, coming and going.
Yeah. And they had
She
fucking,
probably brought,
like big
people.
heads on
Yep.
sticks.
That's
of her.
awesome.
Oh, it was
Yep.
so funny.
And every time I said Gretchen's name, the whole room was, like, deafening. And I was like, I gotta stop saying her name because I can't hear anything. Like... and so it was a lot of fun. It was a blast.
And from a judge's standpoint, if you're ever a judge, eat.
Yeah.
Dude, you say this every year.
No, I made that problem. I was fine. Like,
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I was pretty well. I was pretty good this year.
No, you were. Yeah. Everybody was.
I was saying, I thought you
I've
still
you
learned
learned
this
your
lesson
lesson.
that you preach after every year.
Well, I think one year we were talking about like, oh, we'll get food there, and then that just doesn't.
That
fly.
never. That's a lesson I
know.
learned with anything. Like, oh yeah, I'll eat there. Like,
Yeah,
nah.
no.
Yeah, that was.
Unless you go like an hour before.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which
But
a lot of people
we
did.
were there almost an hour ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it was still fucking bonkers.
Because everyone else had the same idea.
Yeah.
Like Baby Jack and all her family and Cam and all
Yeah.
them, like they were there before I got there and they were eating already.
They're there before I got there.
Yeah, so it's like everyone had the same idea. All right, we'll go a couple hours early. We'll eat and like whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to build
Which is
a
great.
hospitality community in your area,
It's the best way to do
it's
it.
a lot
man.
of fun. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Staff up. that was
Or we get a lot of questions being like, "What can I do on slow nights?" Fucking do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
For real. If your community is like that, even if it's not, it again, like we've just said, like a lot of the there's so many people, and I have to thank you, Andy.
I'm sorry.
I immediately
What was that?
regret-
Oh, fish,
Yeah, you
fish.
see
Can
that?
I get that clipped as a ring? I want that as my ringtone.
For
She almost
like
killed herself
getting
right
those
I know. I saw it. In her
getting
eyes.
those random people.
Yeah.
Like Labaya.
Yep.
Like they were on our list. But the person who was helping me out with this event
Me?
I mean, again, it ended up being you. We just hadn't gotten there, or the effort wasn't put in as much as I wish it had, and whatever. Because I was trying to step back from doing it 100%.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not my restaurant.
Yeah.
So yes, I will help you, but you're just hiring me to do the event.
Right.
Kind of like someone would hire you to
do an event.
Right.
Yeah.
To do a painting or whatever. And I was like, it's up to you to get the bartenders.
Oh, maybe we'll put Bartender Championship on our list of things we do.
Ooh, there you go.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That'd be sick, dude. Yeah. Listen, I'm for hire.
All right.
Actually, somebody did try and hire me during the event. But I think they were joking, and I'm like, sir, you can pay me to do whatever.
You'd be able to be a judge.
I don't
watch
think Jess
somebody
could
else
sit-
host?
She definitely could not sit there and.
So I was like, I watch someone else do it. I'd be like, you're doing it wrong.
I told you I had that moment where I wanted to be like, and I'm like, no, just sit down, shut up, let it go. It's not your event.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a really fun way to get people involved and to get those random people involved.
Well, that's cool because that list is way different than the year before.
Oh,
than the year before, and like I wouldn't have guessed half those places too.
Yeah.
And even if you're like in a rural area that doesn't have that many bars, you can still do it. Mm-hmm. Do it with your bartender.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll bring out all your regulars on a slow ass night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and it was so funny because.
Have the owners 10 bar that night,
right?
Like,
Oh god,
well, yeah,
locals love that shit though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's never good.
Yeah. But like when a few people like that I talked to, like they asked how the event was and they asked who won, and I told them that it was Jack from the BBC. They're like, "Wow, really?" And I go, "Why do you say that?" And they said, "Well, because it's the BBC." Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
To be fair,
BBC.
Yep.
It's a dive bar with a hole in the wall.
Things, but she's a great bartender.
Right.
Yeah.
But so that's why it's like it doesn't have to be a cocktail bar.
Yeah.
It can be whatever. I mean, again, like New Tokyo, like Connie's was
and
great.
it's also she's a great bartender, and so is her husband.
Yes.
So it's like she lives cocktails.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And like even Connie, like I said, like New Tokyo, in previous years, Connie has represented the Shanty Rose. Again, another fucking dive bar.
She made the best old fashioned.
I know. It's just
I loved her old fashioned.
Yeah.
Everyone else's was kind of garbage.
right. Yeah.
This year, or last year.
This was like
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah. Don't. If you're gonna do this, do 2 rounds of drinking.
Yeah.
3 is too much.
Yeah. Well, because the year that we did the old fashions, we were sponsored by Jameson.
Yeah. Yep.
So we had to do something with them. And so I'm like, what the fuck can I do?
Who are you sponsored by this year?
We were sponsored by Dirty Water Distillery.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there
that
were
was way
options.
easier to
Yeah.
deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like way easier to be like, you know. But I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with Jameson? And like normally you wouldn't make old fashions with Jameson, but like, what the fuck else am I going to do?
Best green tea shot.
I know, right? That's what I mean. Like, it's like, fuck, what am I going to do?
Then you're doing shots.
Yeah, but they could choose between regular Jameson Orange, Black Barrel, or their cold brew.
Yep.
And then you had to make an old fashioned out of that. But that was the only thing that I could think of. I was like, what the
And I
fuck
tell
else
you,
was I
across the board this year, I think we're the best drinks.
Oh, for sure.
There was only one coffee drink. I'm not a coffee drink person.
Yo,
So
you're a
I
Diet
always-
Coke guy.
So there's no rum and cokes. But so I always have to kind of like try to shut off that part. But I didn't have this year. It was really good. It was Jack's.
That was Jack's. So Jack's cocktail, and you'll have to help me because I don't remember what was the base alcohol for hers because I couldn't remember. Because here's the same thing.
it
Like I'm
tequila?
trying to tally while they're making drinks, so like I
Yeah.
missed some of them until
Was
they
it
were
tequila?
done. I think it was.
I think it was tequila.
And then she infused her own espresso with dates and spiced, like toasted spices. And then an Amaro. It was an Amaro that she used as well.
Yeah.
And then she had like this big fat ice cube. She mixed it up, whatever, poured it. Didn't
Her
she?
ice cube was only half.
Hold on,
filled.
wait. Didn't she? Yeah. Didn't she add something else that made it like super? She shook the shit out of it so it would be a little frothy.
Oh yeah, it was some sort of like fake egg foam. type thing.
Yep. So she added that, shook the shit out of it. And then the highlight for me was that she had a frozen orange and she zested it on top. Mm-hmm. And you would never think like espresso, Amaro, and like orange, but like really made the drink.
It worked
It was
really good.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Like, it was so good.
Connie's was very pretty.
Connie's was very pretty. She had dry ice, and Andy
Yeah.
was like trying to drink the dry ice.
Well,
She kept telling
they're
me,
like, don't drink it.
Yeah.
So
She's like,
tell
it's
me
gonna
to not to
burn
do
your lips.
something. So it just makes me a bigger asshole. So I'm like, oh, don't tell me what to do.
And then second place was her drink was blueberry pancakes, and she literally had a little itty bitty mini blueberry pancake stack.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a little tiny white plate with little blueberries and a little fork in it.
And a little container
And a
of
little
maple syrup
container of
with
maple
it.
syrup.
What was the drink?
It was a blueberry pancake drink, but she served
Yeah.
like little
With
mini,
that, with
that
snaps?
as a
I mean,
side,
listen, there you go.
And then,
Yeah.
like, you know how you'd put, like, a lemon
Yeah.
wheel? She put, like, the
pancake wheel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so then I was just being me. I was like... And I'm
Typical
like,
Andy.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, Ashley, your pancakes are cold. And she pulls out a thermos. She's like, I try to keep them as warm as I could. And I was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I didn't realize you made an effort. I was just being a dick.
But that's the level
Yeah.
of like some of these people, and,
Yep.
and she'd never done it before.
Nope.
So
And
she
someone
didn't
else,
know
like,
that like
was it
Alex was new, Leeson was
yeah,
new,
no,
Gretchen was
Gretchen
new.
like
Oh yeah,
dried her own pineapple
Yep.
and ground it, and like,
that was the rim.
yeah.
Yeah,
People
it was-
fucking go all
it was
out.
nuts.
I'm definitely glad I didn't take up your offer in doing this because I would have done none of these things.
I think she was trying to get you to judge.
Well,
Both.
Both.
Oh,
I
both.
was both.
Alright.
Yeah.
It was both.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was super fun.
So the level of care that everybody took into it too was really, and it's so funny. Like even Ashley, she like brought in like everything was in like this giant pink Yeti cooler, and I was like, look at you being fucking fancy with a Yeti cooler. And she goes, oh, I actually brought it's just extra ice just in case anybody wanted like an ice ball or something. I'm like, what? Who are you? Like,
Yeah.
why are you so nice? Like, what the fuck?
She's a sweetheart.
She was very
Yeah.
sweet. And everybody was so excited to be there. Year one was the only year that a bartender complained about not winning.
Really?
Because I think what happened was they won the best cocktail, but
Yeah.
only by like
A point.
a point or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
But that it was that plus the mystery cocktail plus the trivia plus
Yeah.
whatever. And she we didn't do second place at that point, but she would have came in second.
Yeah.
And she complained because she's, well, I won the best cocktail, so how come I didn't win? And she was like all fucking pissy. And I'm like, this is for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can we not like make this about?
Yeah.
And then year two,
I like competitive people, but you're going too far.
like it was fucking crazy. Why don't
Yeah.
you just sit with the fact that your drink was really good? Like
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
whatever. Like this is supposed to just be for fun. And then year two was the only year that we had like I had almost a full blown complaint from a customer that was rooting for somebody. They were I think it was when we did the cocktail trivia that was like the boards like we did this year.
Yeah.
And they were videotaping it, and they apparently had finished before Amy, who ended up winning that round.
Yeah.
And she literally was showing me like the slow-mo of her finishing before
God.
You went to the
Amy.
video?
God.
But Amy was the one that raised her hand first.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's like, but she finished. And she goes, she finished before her. And I go, I don't care.
Yeah.
I go, listen.
This is not the
I go, do you
NHL.
understand? I go, and I brought over the score sheets and I
Yeah.
said, listen, I'm about to show you why this doesn't matter. I said, this event is 5 points.
Yeah.
The best cocktail could be up to 100.
Yeah.
So for each judge.
Yeah.
So that could be up to 300 if they win. So 5 points is not going to throw the scale here. This
if
is
it
just
did.
for fun.
Imagine if it did.
Oh my God. I would have been like, I'm sorry.
I've done shit like that where you're like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna do this so there's no ties, and then there's
Yeah.
ties, and you're like,
Yep.
fuck.
Yeah. And then like it's just like so that now and they were like legitimately arguing with
Yeah.
me about it, and I just was like, let me tell you why this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I don't care. No.
I mean, I don't. I mean, and that's why I think this was the first year that I said, listen. I mean, I've said it in previous years, but I kind of emphasized it.
Oh, you're
more
like,
this
don't
year.
argue with me.
Well, I was like, don't argue with me. These are my points. Like, this is this is an event that's supposed to be fun. If you don't want to have fun, like, get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, this isn't the Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't, you're not winning a $5,000 grand prize. Like, you're not, like, it's just, It's about having fun on a Monday night, and we're all here to have a good time and drink and eat. And yes, there's other things, there's other contests, but the main event is the biggest amount of points, and that's what's going to make or break it. And it was. That's Baby Jack's drink had more points than Ashley's. I think it was literally 1 point.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
And it was really, really, really hard judging everyone.
Yeah.
I did get crap later on. Someone accosted me later.
Why?
I saw you give their drink a 7. Their drink is definitely better than a 7. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, what? They're like, I was looking over your shoulder, and I'm like, well, did you read the whole sheet?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, there wasn't just one number.
Yeah. There was like 10 things to choose to score from. Yeah.
And that's why I'm also not the only judge. So
Yeah.
Because she's like, she's my best friend, and I'm like, yeah, okay,
cool.
I guess the fucking judges in Germany just giving everyone. Was it Germany or France that get everyone bad scores in the Olympics a couple of years?
I think it's usually Germany.
Yeah, probably.
Although it feels like France would do the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
But yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
So do it in your town, and if you're local, hit up Inebriart. Maybe we'll run it for you.
I'm telling you, so 3V usually does between $3,000 and $4,000 on all day on a Monday. They did almost 10.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
It's packed,
crazy.
and B, everyone's drinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So it definitely will add revenue to your place. That's for fucking sure.
So,
and then it was funny. My dad was like, I was wondering why you were doing it on a Monday. And then he goes, and then I walked in. I went, oh yeah, this is why we do it on a Monday, because it brings in the money on a day that you wouldn't normally have it.
Yep. And it's also a day bartenders can get off.
Yeah.
All right, last call. It's part where we go around and we can plug whatever we want. Jess, what do you want to plug?
Nothing. I just did the whole thing.
This whole episode was Jess's plug.
Yep.
I figured.
Support your local bartender. That's my
there you
plug.
Go.
Yeah.
Tip your bartenders.
Oh my God. Yep.
What do you got, Dan?
I think my recommendation for next year is you get a championship belt.
I have a trophy.
No, belt's better.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I should. I have a trophy, and it's a goat, a literal goat with a crown on it.
Yep.
It just says goat, and then it says, like, 4th annual bartending competition.
The belt they get to, like, hold, but they don't get to take home. They have to, because that has to go to next year. You don't want to, like, space.
See, the trophy
But you can put it up in your bar.
So that's
like,
but then, like, I'm not saying bars.
Well, I'm not saying
don't
get a
close.
fucking $1,000 belt. Get like a $10 one. It'd be fucking funny.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Maybe I'll do that. Like if any bartenders that have won in the past, like Baby Jack or Mariah, if they ever come back and do it again, I'll get them a belt that they have to wear the whole time as like reigning champs.
Well, I got an idea for next year too. So but we'll talk off.
Yeah.
I'll totally come next year.
I know. Well, take the day off now.
I say this every year.
I know.
I'm gonna plug the Edge Pizza's social media.
I know. Like
earlier.
They need any more recognition, but still.
Yeah, but it's good for a laugh, man. Oh shit.
Whoa. So's that.
Yeah.
But check it out. It's a good time. Mike's a funny dude and very likable.
Yep.
And
if you don't like him, he'll hit you with a hammer.
Yeah.
He does swear on it. Which
Good for him.
But the first time I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's smart. And then he's like, I get complaints, but he's like, what the fuck do you want?
Literally, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
And I'm like, I like it. Lean into it. Yes, check them out. You can find us on all social medias at BarTalkCast and email us at bartalkcast@gmail.com with all your questions, complaints, and whatnot. And I'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Word.
That was pretty good. That was like a professional closing. And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.